Some people are just so hard to read, aren't they? So we'll take a look here and see what exactly is going on right now, or the energies that are coming towards you. What do you need to know about what's coming up? What's going on? Let's get a few energies of the current situation. If you resonate with this, awesome. Take the parts that do, leave the parts that don't, to someone else who needs to hear it. And let's have a discussion over this. It's not what you think. I don't know why I wanted to lead with they're just so hard to read, aren't they? Because there seems to be, and I have personally dealt with someone like this, when in their presence, I felt chemistry, connection. In their absence, I felt like I was completely forgotten about. I wondered if they even cared. And that brings up love attachment styles. Now, it's true, you can't really apply that to every situation. You really do need to also fill in a few gaps. It's just a good template to work from if you know their love attachment style. Because some people are just not readily comfortable with expressing their feelings to you, but they like to show it through actions, or they would hope that you are picking up on the subtle signs that they're displaying to you. Some people, it's so subtle that just by talking to you is a love language, because usually they just don't even give a second of their time to anybody else. So just by even having a regular, could even be boring conversation with you, them doing a lot already, them trying to show up in your life. I know that it can be too lukewarm for others who require more excitement, adrenaline, fuel, but that's how you get the ball rolling. So I don't know why I feel like I need to say this to somebody. Just because it looks like there is apparently nothing right now doesn't necessarily mean that. A lot of the feelings people often have, especially if you're dealing with I'm just going to put that out there, dismissive avoidant male, it could be female, they imagine being with a timid old cat. I hate to make that comparison, but a lot of times you do have to compare them to a cat. Okay, if you're not a cat owner, then imagine that you can't, I'm sure you know, you can't approach a cat the same way you approach a golden retriever. It'll spook them. You'll have them running for the hills. Okay, and that's kind of a lot of times how these types of men, if you're attracted to them, or women, if this is the monkey you choose, this is the one you want. I'm not calling them a monkey, but I just like saying that. If this is the person you want, I would say it's definitely worth it, but you have to exercise patience, and you have to understand your words, the way you express them can make or break the relationship. You have to play your cards right. And I know it's like, why should you do all that work, and why should you go infinity and beyond for somebody when they're just offering so little. It could be nothing. Well, if this is the person you want to be with, that means you see qualities, you see traits, you see something about them. And having to work on your communication style with someone as challenging as this, I promise you it's going to be beneficial to you. You will be receiving the benefit each and every single time. It's not going to be something that will hinder your growth. In fact, it will expand it. It will widen you. It will that came out wrong. It will offer you expansion in your own personal development. They widen you too. Who knows? Okay. The 3 of Wands with the 10 of Cups. I'm seeing here, that's why I felt so guided to say what I wanted to say. Okay, and if later on you find out this is not what you want and this is, not enough for you, then by all means look for someone else, But I promise you it's going to provide tremendous growth, because as you are dealing with someone like this, and you can also calm your energy down and be able to lure a cat in, okay, a person with slightly dismissive avoidant tendencies or traits. And if you don't know what that is, I would highly recommend get familiar with it. Do a little bit of research online, Google it, YouTube it. You will find out so much about why they are the way they are. And if you're an empath, that I'm guessing, I'm willing to bet that you are. I'm not saying feel sorry for them, but at least you'll get a sense of why they are acting that way. And you'll have a lot of more understanding, but it's not by any means to change your ways, to change yourself. Okay, in order for you to make yourself more appealing or attractive to them. No, don't change yourself. But if you feel yourself improving, then it's an experience. I think it's worthy to have that in it alone. Okay, it is something that it's a really rewarding experience if you can, because you learn a lot about yourself too. How to communicate with someone. And it really, I feel like dismissive avoidants are perfect for us to get rid of our narcissistic tendencies. We all have them. But I think they are just so narcissist repellent. They're like a narcissist repellent. So they're so true, direct, honest, cerebral, intelligent, logical, practical, okay, that if it doesn't suit them, if it's something that they feel isn't good for them, their well-being, or if they even feel the slightest emotional manipulation, they won't respond to you. They won't act in kind. They won't sugarcoat what they want to say. They really mean what they say and say what they mean. And so there are a lot of, people who are used to emotional manipulation these days. If they don't necessarily feel a certain way, even just as much as you saying, hey, I miss you, that might trigger them. Because in their mind, they might miss you too, more than you know, more than you do. But to them, their emotions are sacred. And so sometimes they feel like, okay, if someone is getting emotional with me, are they trying to manipulate an emotional response from me? Trying to get me to feel a certain way for them when I'm not ready to announce or express my emotions? Just because you miss me, do I have to miss you too? I know, but it's common, right? In the dating world, and when you're in a relationship, it's good to hear those things. But a lot of time, dismissive avoidance, word of affirmation is not their thing. They like to express it through acts of service, fixing things for you, showing up for you, driving an hour and a half just to see you for one. Okay, fix your washing machine, fix your dishwasher, tune your guitar, cook you a meal. Okay, just being present, listening to you, hearing you, having a conversation, responding back to you. I promise you, I can guarantee you, they have better use of their time, and they're choosing to allot it towards you, for you. That's their way of showing love, because they are a little bit emotionally handicapped. Okay, it makes them really nervous. It has their system going all sorts of haywire when people express an emotion. A lot of times it's not that they don't want to express it. They have a hard time reading emotions, let alone yours. They don't even really know. They don't even really know how to read their own emotions, let alone yours. But they do feel things very, 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 very deeply. This whole reading right now is, if you're willing to wait it out, have patience. Even if you guys are in a no contact, blocked situation, or you haven't heard from your person in a little while, you're waiting for a response or a message from them, or you're trying to figure out where you stand with them, if they have actual feelings. Now, you have to understand, if there's already something going on, if this connection involves abuse in any kind of way, I would say, try to seek help. Therapy we all need therapy, okay? But if you're in a toxic, emotionally abusive, any kind of abusive situation, I highly recommend, my own personal advice is not to deal with that. You want to grow into a better version of you and not someone that triggers you into being a worse version of you. But if you feel like this person is offering growth, expansion, development, you know, you see admirable traits in them that you are on the brink of developing within yourself. There's something very attractive about them, not just in their outer shell, but their personality is saying it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it to not give hope, to not lose hope on this connection. It does lead to emotional fulfillment after what seemed like, you know, this is raining, this is pouring, this seems to be like, you know, a gloomy day, a gloomy situation, but there's going to be sun right after the storm. The rainbow's going to come out. Okay? What's the saying? You can't have a rainbow without the rain or without the storm. I see here in the past you recently sent a message, or you received a message of some kind, where you were trying to connect with them. Okay? And this is saying, wait. Okay, I don't know who this reading is for. Get a personal reading. We'll take a look here and see what your personal advice or your guidance is. Okay, what comes out in your own personal reading. But as a general message here to whoever needs it, I'm seeing here this person does have a lot of love for you. Deeper feelings are developing. Don't judge a book by its cover. Do not read, you know, by the circumstances here. Okay, and you are a powerful creator too as well. I firmly believe that if you change the way you think, this is the words of, I think, Wayne Dyer, if you change the way you think about a thing, the thing before you changes. I've seen that, witnessed that. That's why I wouldn't even let my current circumstances weigh me down. Of course, we're human, we're going to react a certain way, but those triggers are also very important to us. They're friendly reminders to us that there's something within us that needs healing. If you're never triggered, you'll never be able to know that there's something wrong, because it lies subconsciously. And just the fact that someone here is triggering it, mirroring something to you, they're kind of doing you a favor. But of course, you know, we don't want to be constantly in front of that, because that could be very stressful, you know, on our immune system. It's just bad for our health overall. But once or twice, you know, that's good. But if they're constantly triggering you, I also would ask if maybe you guys need to separate, distance yourself, and allow yourself to really heal, and ask yourself, you know, is this the person that's right for me? So, you know, triggers can be something that's very beneficial, healing in a sense, but it could also be warning us of something as well. So, you know, that's, you know, personal message too. Everybody's going to have a different message, I guess, when it comes to that. I am seeing here right now you are kind of giving up and kind of leaving the situation alone, trying to move on, and you're detaching, which is great. But if you remain hopeful, positive, certain in a way, okay, and if this is the one that you want, who you deeply feel an attraction for, not just an attraction, but almost unconditional love, should you give it up? Of course, you want it to be reciprocated, but that's a talk that you guys will have in the future. But I promise you, this is going to be a very rewarding experience. It's going to provide growth. Nothing happens by coincidence. I don't think so. And yeah, you are dealing with the King of Swords energy. That's why I was saying a dismissive avoidant. That is pretty much, you know, someone who's very like a locked box. You know, someone who keeps their emotions very privately, locked away. They're not exactly emotional, okay? They're very logical. they do tell the truth. Sometimes, truthful to a fault, I would say. And sometimes even tactlessly so. But it is still the truth. Everyone is entitled to their own feelings and their thoughts. They could be a little better. They also have work to do as well, but that is why they met you, to feel safe, to feel accepted, to be able to know that they can access those emotions. And see, it's going to be a learning, growing experience for you both, regardless if it turns into a romantic situation or not. I am seeing, though, in this reading, there is this person, King of Swords, Two of Swords, who's really conflicted right now. Okay, maybe about what they said. There's something here, okay? They're really praying, hoping that all goes well. They're scared. But they don't want to lose you. If they have already lost you, if you're like, nope, sorry, too little, too late, okay. Keep it moving. Right? But make sure, this is truly what you want and not because of their reaction. And if it's not, toxic or abusive. If it was just because they didn't respond to you quick enough, or if they didn't put their socks away, or, if they didn't immediately show up or do something that you wanted, or haven't decided on something, or, if they, something that isn't humanely violating, okay, like abuse, those other things that we should just all avoid. They weren't exactly that way to you, and it was just because you would want something to happen and they are unsure about it. Of course, give yourself that self-respect. If you're feeling like they're breadcrumbing you and they really have absolutely no desire to get into a romantic involvement with you, of course, then this kind of person would tell you the truth, honestly. Okay, so you'll know who you are if you're dealing with someone like this, and you can also ask for a personal reading. But what I'm seeing here is this is your future man or woman. They are right now trying to overcome their fears. You have triggered these loving romantic feelings within them that they haven't experienced in a very long time. Okay, they don't even know what to do because they're not even used to, if you find out a little bit more about dismissive avoidance, they never really had proper emotional modeling growing up. Anytime they had needs, emotional needs, they were shut down. They were abused. It was a very traumatic childhood experience for them. They were unable. They didn't have anyone to go to. When they try to reach out, when they try to express any type of emotional vulnerability, it was met with contempt, violence in some cases, neglect, or abuse. And this happened between the ages of 0 to 6. Now, can you imagine? That has been pre-programmed into their mind. I bet you they've had tumultuous relationships growing up from adulthood to now. Okay, childhood to now. But you are the person that's almost like healing this trauma as if they're falling in love for the very first time in their life. You're going to raise the bar so high that they're gonna not want to date anybody else after you because you make them feel safe. There's some kind of developing thing going on between you and somebody here. This could be a man or a female, okay? Or it could be a same-sex relationship, does not matter. But I'm seeing here is this person's overcoming their fears, and you're really helping this person see that not all people are bad, and that they could be safe in accessing parts of them that they have completely numbed out, and you kind of feel a little bad for them, but they don't want sympathy. That's why these people, King of Swords, hyper independent, they're very sensitive to sympathy, okay? So there's like a soft and empathetic approach, but not in a way where they think that you're manipulating them. There's a certain way to get a cat, for example, to, you know, if you constantly grab them and it's like, I want to play with you, oh my god, they're gonna spook, they're gonna scratch you, they're gonna, you know, run for their lives. But if you know how to, you know, speak in their language of sorts, you know, you're calm, you're letting them approach you, you're letting them know you're safe, they're going to always want to come near you and come for hugs and cuddles and petting, right? But you have to understand, because it's so wired in their brain and their neurochemical pathways, that relationships and love are dangerous. Emotional closeness is danger. They have a, you know, you just kind of refer to them as being kind of like a cat, okay? A stray cat that's never been sheltered before. It takes time, it takes patience. But I bet you they showed some kind of warmness to you, okay? They have, you know, been pretty excited. They might have even pursued you in the beginning, but as soon as something became a little more intimate, okay, they shut down. It's not because they lost interest. It's because it made them nervous. This could also be someone you were dealing with a while ago. I'm seeing here this could have been a no contact situation. They might have even rejected you. Okay, and they're really thinking about this right now, because you're definitely on this person's mind. King of Swords, Two of Swords, what have I done? What am I doing? I really do like this person, okay? King of Swords is almost certain, okay? This is someone here, once they make their mind, they don't take it back. With the Two of Swords, that just contradicts that, okay? Crossroads. I'm gonna leave this, guys. I'm gonna leave this here. I do have a King of Swords and a Queen of Pentacles. Some signs that are in this reading, but not. I'm hearing things in my living room. I have people over right now. Not specifically, not limited to Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius. Yeah, see, they're having a Tower moment, and it's the Page of Cups. Okay, that's saying, oh my god, I'm having feelings. I'm having very strong feelings, and this scares me. This scares me. If you guys want guidance in your own personal reading, I would love to. See, they're going to accept your love. They're going to accept your love. I'm excited, you guys. I hope this video helped. I had a lot of fun doing it. I hope this helps somebody. And thank you guys so much for your time. I know this was a really weird one, but I love all things about psychology. Tarot is psychology. These energies are psychology. Love is psychological. You know? Okay. You know, there's so many parts to love and attraction. And you guys have it here. You guys have it here. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next one. If you guys are... I just want to add, if you're looking for love, you don't want any, but if you don't want to deal with anybody from your past anymore, something in the future, regardless of where or how your relationships stands right now, but this is telling me King of Swords, Temperance, Two of Swords, Tower. This is somebody who's having epiphany, a Tower moment, that they like you, that they want to pursue something more intimate, romantic with you. But some of you right here, okay, if you're in a relationship already, this is going to be like almost like an everlasting love kind of thing, long-term commitment. Okay, your person, your forever person. If you guys are single and haven't met anybody specifically, something is going to be emotionally fulfilling, satisfying, rewarding, coming towards you very, very, very soon. Okay, but I bet you guys don't believe me, and you're kind of like this person, like, yeah, whatever. Okay, sure. You say that all the time. I'm not making this one up. I don't ever make any of them up. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one, or in the personal. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this too. Let me know in the comments if this was your message, or if something in it resonated with you, or if you want to talk about it more privately, email me. I'll leave my email in the description box below this video. You can take advantage of the lover special as well. Bye, guys.